Have you ever pondered how an individual's relationship with an international organization can shape the course of history? A prime example of this is the intricate relationship between Nelson Mandela, the legendary anti-apartheid activist and former president of South Africa, and the United Nations. The story begins in the tumultuous year of 1948, when apartheid was officially introduced in South Africa. The United Nations, in its nascent stages, was grappling with how to respond. Mandela, a young lawyer, was already a rising figure in the African National Congress, fighting this unjust system. Fast forward to 1962. Mandela was arrested and sentenced to life imprisonment, a move that caused international outrage. The United Nations, seizing this opportunity to assert its commitment to human rights, condemned South Africa's apartheid regime and called for Mandela's release. In the following decades, the United Nations played a crucial role in maintaining global attention on Mandela's plight and apartheid's atrocities. It declared the 21st of March as the International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, commemorating the Sharpeville massacre in South Africa. The year 1990 saw a significant turning point. After 27 years in prison, Mandela was released. The United Nations, which had been stalwart in its advocacy for his freedom, welcomed Mandela's release as a triumph for justice. In the subsequent years, Mandela's relationship with the United Nations evolved from being the symbol of its anti-apartheid stance to an active participant in its proceedings. In 1994, Mandela, now the president of a democratic South Africa, addressed the United Nations General Assembly, thanking it for its unwavering support during the dark days of apartheid. Throughout his presidency and beyond, Mandela continued to work closely with the United Nations, championing causes such as poverty eradication, climate change, and HIV/AIDS. He became a revered figure in the international community, embodying the United Nations ideals of peace, justice, and human rights. To encapsulate, the relationship between Nelson Mandela and the United Nations was not merely one of mutual admiration. It was a relationship that shaped the course of history, that transformed Mandela from a prisoner to a president, and that saw the United Nations evolve from a passive observer to an active enforcer of human rights. From the dark days of apartheid to the dawn of democracy in South Africa, the United Nations stood by Mandela, and Mandela, in turn, embodied the ideals the United Nations stands for. This relationship is a testament to the power of international solidarity in the face of injustice and oppression.